Hey guys, welcome to ZackAnna tutorial. This is Zakir and today I'm going to introduce loops in C. As it is clear from its name that loops are some function which will repeat your value more than one time. So in C language we have different types of loops like while loop, do while loop, for loop. Later on you will see the other kinds, but in this video tutorial I'm going to introduce and give an example with while loop. So here we have syntax for while loop. You write while, then the brackets, and inside these brackets you write the condition. The condition is that how many times you want to repeat this loop. Okay, and there is a way for the condition that you cannot, if you want to repeat the condition like four times, so you cannot just write four. You have to have some condition in the form of variable. Let's say I want to repeat this loop for four times, so I'll write that I is less than 4 and this loop will be repeated until this condition is wrong. Okay, now you write the curly brackets, and inside these curly brackets you write the statement which you want to repeat, and then you give it an increment for the while loop. Okay, let me use this while loop in the example so you can understand it. Here I'm going to declare some variables of integer type. So I need a variable for my condition. Let's call it I, and I'm initializing it with a value of 0. And I'm giving another variable x for the statement, and I'm initializing it with a value 0. And now I'm start writing my loop. Okay, here I'm giving it a condition that how many times do I want to repeat this loop. So I want to repeat this loop for 10 times. So I'll just write I is less than 10. So this loop will be repeated until this condition is not true. So whenever this condition is true, it will give me the output and the loop will be repeated. Okay. Now I'm giving it a statement. My statement is gonna be x equals x plus 2. It means that add 2 with the initial value of x after each loop, and after each loop the initial value of x will be changed. Okay, now I'm incrementing it with 1. So as I have used this variable in my condition, so I have to use this variable in the increment as well also. Now I need to print this result, so I'm just write printf semicolons at the end, and I need to print the value of x in here. So I'll just write %d and I'll give it a new line character \n. Okay, and what do I'm referring to by this value, by this %d? I'm referring to the value of x, which is here. So it after each loop it will print this value. Okay, now I'm going to return my program with a value of 0. All right, let's run it. Okay, so as you can see we got some result of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 and up to 20. So let's see how we got this result. As you know that the C compiler will run this code line by line, so let's analyze it in that way. Okay, in the first line we are declaring some variable I and x with the initial value of 0 and 0. Okay, it's normal. Let's move to next line, which says a loop. Okay, here's a loop. We have while, then the brackets and the condition. So the compiler will check this condition whether it's true. So at this point the value of I is 0, so 0 is less than 10. Yes, the condition is true. Let's move to next line. Next line says x equals x plus 2. It means that add 2 with the value of x. So at this point, the value of x is 0. So 0 plus 2 is gonna be 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Okay, move to next line which says increment the value of I with 1. So the value of I is 0. So 0 plus 1 is gonna be 1. Increment it. Move to next line. And here is a printf function which means print some text, and here we can see that person d, so print a number of integer type, and the reference is here is x, so print x. We will print this x which we have is 0 plus 2 is 2. Okay, so it will print 2 like this. It will print 2. Then it will move the is as it's a loop, so it will go back to the condition and will check it. So the value of I is now 1 because it's been incremented. So the value of I is 1. 1 is less than 10. Move to next line. Condition satisfied. X equals x plus 2. Add 2 with the value of x. So at this point the value of x is from the previous loop, which is 2. So from the previous loop we can see that the value of x is 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Move to next line, increment it. Okay, increment 1 plus 1 because the value of I is 1 in here. So 1 plus 1 is going to be 2. Increment it. Move to next line which says printf function and print value of x. So it will print 4 because 2 plus 2 is 4, and it will go on till it reaches this number I equals 9. Okay, now let me explain it with this loop. This is the last one. So I equals 9. When the value become 9, let's start from here. When the value become 9, it will check the condition. Okay, 9 is still less than 10. Okay, move to next line. X equals x plus 2. What's the previous value? The previous value we have from the previous loop is 18. So 18 plus 2 is gonna be 20. Move to next line, I plus plus, increment it. So at this point the value is 9. So 9 plus 1, 10. Okay, value became 10. Move to next line which says print this x. So we will print x which is 20. Okay, you can see we got a 20 printed. It will go back to the condition and check it. So the condition, the value of I became 10 because it's been incremented with 1, and you can see the compiler will check it. It's 10 is not less than 10, so the condition is not satisfied. It will terminate the loop. Thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe to our channel.